Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to 30 Days of Sketches. So this is day 4 sketch. It was created by the lovely Cheryl Ashcraft. She made this absolutely gorgeous sketch. I am in love with it. She's amazing. She is a digital scrapper and she is amazing. I am not a digital scrapper, although I want to play in it, so maybe one day. And this is what I have so far. So I'm going to be scrapbooking this Toy Story Land sign. I have one of my favorite wood grain papers, which is from Paper House. It is actually a, whoops, there goes the chicken. It is actually a paper that came out with some Christmas bits on. So on that side it's like a maroon, on this side is this beautiful red wood grain, and then this is also a Paper House paper, and instead of doing like kind of like that latticey looking thing that Cheryl designed, I'm going to use this as what is going to represent, and my photo isn't going to be this way, it's going to be this way. So I sat there and said how much I love her sketch, and I'm already changing it. But that's the beauty of sketches, you guys. That is the beauty of sketches. So let's see what I can do. All right, guys, so I am taking that beautiful, beautiful red wood grain paper, and I am placing this watercolor triangle paper right on top of it. Now, when I trimmed that wood grain, I trimmed it a little crooked, so I had to go in with my scissors and cut off the white bits. I am going to use black as my neutral here, so I went ahead and cut out a photo mat for that photo that is 4.5 by 6.5, and I've pulled out a couple of pieces that I think are going to work. So some of the things that I have pulled out work, and some of them just don't even make it onto the page, but I do have fun creating this layout. Now, since I do have the black mat around my photo, I decided that I needed to have some more black on this page. So I'm using two different kinds of washi tape. One is a thicker washi tape that's going on the bottom, and then this is a thinner washi tape that has some metallic stars on it. Now, there is metallic in that watercolor paper. You can kind of see it. They're like little gold bits of triangle. And I say watercolor paper, and it's not made of watercolor paper, but it's kind of paper that looks like it's been watercolored. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to figure out how to add in these really fun felt doilies, and of course I've got that ViewMaster die cut, and my scissors are getting kind of gunky, so I go ahead and clean those off real quick. You guys know when you have a gunky scissors, it's hard to actually cut, and I don't need that in my life. I need easy cuts, you guys, easy cuts. So I am going to pop up the photo on some fun foam because the felt doilies have some mass to them, and I don't want my photo kind of dipped down. I want the photo to be as flat as possible. So I've got that all figured out, and I am ridiculously happy with that. So I pull out the die cuts that I've pulled out. I pull out the die cuts that I've pulled out. Yeah, great sentence there. So anyway, I have two different boxes of die cuts. And one is my kind of Chamel fun, I don't want to say like fairy, like Tinkerbell fairy, that kind of fairy, as opposed to fairy garden, which I know that Tinkerbell is a fairy and lives in a teapot and all that kind of stuff and whatever in a fairy garden. But when I think fairy garden, I think more vegetation and flowers and stuff like that. But when I think Tinkerbell fairy, I think like magical, fun, Disney-esque type stuff. So anyway, my that was one convoluted explanation, and you might be sitting there thinking, what in the heck did she just even say? And that's fine, because it makes sense in my head, so it works for me. So I have two different boxes of die cuts. One is definitely this is a Magic Kingdom kind of thing, where like the piratey stuff, the Space Mountain-y stuff, all that kind of stuff is in a die cut box. And then the other one is like the Chamel Magic and Wonder. I probably could have just said Magic and Wonder and you guys would have got it, but you know, sometimes it just doesn't come out that easily. So anyway, I have those two different die cut boxes, and I am trying to follow the diagonal line of embellishment that Cheryl has in her layout. So she has a bunch of embellishment up on the top left, and then it goes down diagonally to the bottom right. So I am working on doing that, but I am working on it in a way that I can use up my stuff. So I'm not trying to match, okay, she's got like a rosette here, she's got florals here, she's got dots here, she's got labels here. I'm not trying to work on it in that kind of way. What I am trying to do is just go ahead and use up things in a way that makes sense for me. So my shapes are a lot different. It's definitely different, but similar. So hopefully you'll be able to see it. Now I really did want to bring in this little label right here because I thought it was perfect for the colors, but ultimately it doesn't work. Now I loved this oval label and I thought it was a sticky back and I couldn't peel it off, but once I put it down on the page, it peeled off and then I ripped the label. So I went and grabbed a different label, and this time I grabbed one with a bold color. So I did this black one, and then I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to add some more black onto this layout because it needs more. So I went ahead and did that, and now I'm going to dig into my little label stash and figure out where I want to tuck labels in. This layout has a lot of lifting up off the page and putting it back down. So I always tease that I'm a top-down scrapbooker, where I do my layers from the top to the bottom. And it definitely was true with this one because I keep on moving things around, adjusting layers, adjusting pop foams, just making sure that things kind of go where I want them to go. Now that today word was supposed to be the start of my title. However, I kind of forgot about it once I started embellishing and decorating the page. So I am not really going to worry about that title anymore. I'm going to call it something different. And I'm just tucking things in, making sure that nothing is truly leaning down on the page. Everything's got pop foam that needs pop foam. And I'm trying, and then I'm over here and I'm like, whoops, I kind of forgot to cover up that place where I ripped that label and left it. And I ripped it on purpose because I was going to put something there. And I did this little thing right here with the teal and the green, and I end up hating it. Like, I don't like it at all. It kind of sticks out like a sore thumb a little bit. It doesn't truly fit. So I'm going to pull that off and start over with something else. I'm not exactly sure what yet, but I do decide to grab some flair, and I am pulling out these Disney-esque colors, and I end up putting 3 of them on the layout. Now you might be thinking that is a whole heck of a lot of flair for one layout, or you might be thinking that is definitely not enough flair for one layout. It's up to you, right? Like, if you like a lot of it, put it on. If you don't like a lot of it, don't put it on. But I think because of the amount of embellishment that I have going on here, this is a very busy and colorful page. I am cool with having 3 flares on my page. So I'm going to tuck in 2 of them and then use that kind of diagonal one as a little piece next to a Woody over here. Now, I had meant to grab a heart and place it over top of that striped flare, and I'm just realizing now that I did not do that. And my title is going to be super simple. It's going to say toy. Now, I don't really like what I've got going on over here anymore. Since I added the word toy, I felt like I needed something there. Oh, maybe that's why I didn't put the striped flare there, because I put the striped flare by toy. Well, that makes sense as to why I did not put a heart on that striped flare, doesn't it? So I have these kind of rhinestoney stars that I'm going to sprinkle about. And then I also have some Paper Studio enamel dots. And I have them in gray. And I also have some sparkle ones. And I don't think I add the sparkle ones. Nope, I thought about it, but I decided to keep the gray ones. Or are those the sparkle ones? I think they're the sparkle ones. I can't tell you guys. Anyway, I only decided to do, they're the sparkle ones. I only decided to do one type of enamel dot this time. That's enough rambling for me. I should probably finish my coffee. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again real soon for another video.